Curtis A reached out to me, said make a theme song for my show. Said alright, just give me all the details, man. And my homie says he don't know. Well, if you're gonna pay me big bucks, cause I might should have something to say. He said, you know what I bring, I'm the customizing king, nothing else matters anyway. So is he gonna have guests? I don't know. Is he gonna go live? I don't know. What time will it be? What will you see? I'm pretty much in the dark, but I can guarantee he'll be customizing action figures, getting paint all on his fingers. It's art by Ackerman. It's art by Ackerman. Tips and tricks and conversation, sharing his gift with every nation. It's art by Ackerman. Art by Ackerman. You best get ready, cause now it's time for Art by Ackerman.
Good evening, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Art by Ackerman. We are going to go over the top reveals from the Four Horsemen this year that are not in hand yet. So we'll go over kind of what all that criteria is before I get into the list. But first off, we will say hi to everybody that's in the chat. So we have Bill Veras out there. Welcome. Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas to all of you. We got Crom 316. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mark. We've got Dub 3 in the house. We've got myself with all caps, and then we had myself fixing the caps, but then accidentally hitting the caps again at the end, and then no caps. So that was the series of events that happened there. We got Jeff Ray Evans here. Hi, hello, hello. Got Jeremy Govier in the house. A one Jen, a.k.a. Lucky Sprinkles. We have I Am here. Then we have Gualacusiana Eshishik Viki or something. One more time, Ricky. Google Sicko Gooey Echo Zaria. Nailed it. We have James Studio Sasamudio. Oh. Followed by Hank G51. The artist formerly known as Twizzler19 is here. Got Terrence Next Toy is here as well. One of the top 10 episodes by Art by Ackerman episodes I have not watched in its entirety. Wow. Well, this is not going to be a top 10. This is going to be a top 20. So it may be in your top 10, but we're going to go over 20 entries here. So hold on to your seats, folks. We got Michael Carter here, as well as Larry's Geeky World. And I think that's it. Yes, Jeremy Govier did buy a wet palette today. He's calling it a moist palette there, but he bought a wet palette. And I'm very proud of him. Maybe he will not paint like a caveman. So appreciate that. And we've got Mike V. That's him in the house. So, and Patrick Boyle just jumped in. So welcome. All right. So here's my list. Now people are doing different lists and this and that. I wanted to go over, I kind of want to look to the future. So it's kind of back to the past, but then also the future. So I want to look at the reveals from this year, but ones that we don't have yet. So, there's some good stuff that was revealed this year, like the legendary Barbarian. That's not going to make it on this list because we already got it in hand. Koi, great figure. Already have it in hand. That's not going to be on this list. You have things like Beathir. Beathir was announced initially last year. So even though it went up for sale this year, it was announced in 2024. That's not going to be on this list. So in order to be on this list, it had to be revealed this year, but it's not yet in hand. All right. So hopefully everybody follows that. We also got Freaks figures here. Welcome, Freak. I believe Freaks will be on with me tomorrow when I do some painting. I'm going to do some live painting on Christmas Eve. So if you guys aren't doing anything tomorrow, join us, watch some painting. I believe Jay Low Fidelity will be there as well. And maybe one or two other people. So we'll see. Let's see. We got Sean Chipman is here. Welcome. And I think that is everybody. Now, Oh, there's Dub again. Most anticipated reveal of the year. I'm glad that I know the Lair was finishing up their list, so there may be some people over there. While we kind of try to buy some time, let me play this important thing for Dub 3.
Oh, I see. You have found the ghost of Rhaegor's dagger. What shall you do with such great power, AI boy? What will you do?
He's up to 3. Flipping birds at nerds. Up to 3. From the stats, cool story. He's up to 3. Purple gang. Lost at a death for the everything. Top 3. Top 3. Top 3. Flash boom. Top 3. He's the king of the ends, top 3. Master of the purple tide. Master of the night. It's top 3. Let's get up. 4, 2, 5.
There you go. Dub 3 in the house. You will be seeing Dub 3 on a very special Shooting the Shelf on January 4th, as well as a bunch of other great photographers as we go over the best toy photography of the year. We will have 10 people on screen. Each one will have their top 3 picks for toy photography of 2025. It's going to be an awesome show. So that's not this upcoming Sunday, but the following Sunday. Check that out. Let's see. Do we have anybody else jump in here? We had Alberto Magana jumped in. Welcome. William Husted is here. Awesome. Okay, so let me pull up the thumbnail just to kind of reiterate what we're talking about, because I saw somebody asked if like Faden and them would be in here. So here's the thing. So we had for reveals this year, we had Faden and Thanos. We had Horrors of Idsmal. We had Graveyard. We had all the stuff that went with Baethir. We had Dawns of Discovery. We had Retailer Wave. So any of that stuff, as long as it's not in hand yet, is eligible. So that's what we're talking about. Let me try putting myself at the bottom. All right. So we're going to get right into it. I don't know, man. I don't know who Al is. All right. So coming in at number 20 on my list for reveals from the Four Horsemen this year that are not currently in hand is Grim the Executioner. So this will be an upcoming figure for Zolocon. This is part of the, they had the Skull Man and Headhunter, and this is the next in that series. I think it's an awesome figure. Can't wait to get it. I don't know that I need the exclusive parts, which on here are the translucent heads. But the rest of this figure I think is really cool. So even at number 20, you got to remember these are Four Horsemen figures, so they're all good. Right. There's not a bad one here. So yeah, this is my number 20. I love the reuse of that Urzok axe, getting some black pants with black boots. Going to be excellent for customizing. And then you got the chains on here. And who doesn't love that one eye peeking through, right? That's cool. So that is number 20. Next, coming in at number 19, we have Captain Iron Skull. So this this figure is from the newest wave, Dawns of Discovery, and not my favorite in that wave. I'll be honest. I do like the tattooing. Not a huge fan of the big pauldron, but this little triple hook thing, the one with the chain, like that's freaking cool. I don't care about the mask. The big baggy sculpted pants, I would have probably rather had that as soft good pants. If you're going to give me big baggy pants, just give me soft good pants. But this hook right here and the tattooing, that's enough to get this a spot at number 19. So yeah, can't wait to get this. It's going to be cool. Let's see. Dragon wins hands down. Well, Dragon was revealed last year, so Beathir is not eligible for this list. Stuff that was revealed in the campaign would be eligible, but Beathir would not be available in this list. So there we go at number 19. Number 18 is Vetus Prime. This is the number 18 for us. And, I think that all the Mercurians kind of look cool anyways. The fact that we're getting a Mercurian that has a removable helmet, that it's not just one solid piece like we've had, I think is really cool. I love that he can kind of hold it separately. It's got that little insert to go in it. And you can see his face here. Or when he takes the mask off, you got this look, which we saw on Wednesday, looks excellent on the was it Iosif figure from Ashes. So, but yeah, this is really cool. I love the new waist piece too, like this loin piece coming down and the big lion belt buckle. Soft goods look great. So yeah, this is an awesome figure. I think the only thing that two things that kind of pull this down. One, it's a version 2, so we've already had this character. It's not a new character. And also, I'm not necessarily sold on this head yet. Like this head, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get it in hand and see. But still pretty cool. So that is number 18. All right. Next, coming in at 17 is the Rocker Zombie. So this is the female zombie that we got from the Graveyard Skeletons. I wasn't expecting a kind of more modern zombie take, but I like it. I like the soft goods on it. This made me go out and buy a Vanguard from Valaverse to kind of soup up and customize to run these fuckers over, because I just want to kill these zombies. But they look great. So you do have later on, like kind of out after they first announced it, they put out that they're going to have a different colored hair for it, which I think looks really cool. That black kind of transitioning into like a kind of a pinkish purple. And then the purple that it came with initially. Then you do have the alternate soft goods that they had available in that set. Well, this was pre-Legion's Con, so anyway. But yeah, I think this is a really cool figure. I like it a lot. Excited for it. So, but yeah, that is what would we say? 17? Let's see. Yeah, that's 17. So coming in at 16, we have got Vernalis Ardenscale. So this is the snake from the retailer wave, and not a huge fan of just kind of the snakes or Thraxian type body in general, but I love this soft good piece. This soft good piece is fantastic. And I figure I'll get some use out of this body as well. So I did get, I think, like 6 of these for customizing. But yeah, that soft good piece is super cool, which I believe is the same one that they used on the Chirel and what is it? It's not AS, it's the other one. The other gray. Can't think of his name right now. But yeah, this is a cool figure that's coming out. This should be soon. This is a retailer wave, so I would guess early 2026 for this. So checking the comments. Good streams going on tonight. Yeah, we try to do what we can. So yeah, that rocker zombie chick is cool. So but yeah, I think that with now we've got the Koi with this kind of scale body. We've had Thygar with a scale body. We've got the Thraxians with a scale body. We got the Ninian with the scale body. So we're getting a lot of use out of this body. And so I think this is, going to be pretty decent for customs. This one also has the upper lower leg that's scaled. So this piece here on like Koi is like an armored piece. And on the first Thraxian we got, that has got like this wood thing is going up to the knee. And then the second Thraxian, it's got this scaled upper lower leg. So I think that piece is going to come in handy as well. So if you wanted to take the metal knee pads off of your Koi and you wanted to have it look like the rest of his leg, you could use this piece here and then just paint it up. So just one option. And also translucent bird. Yeah, exactly. Orange constructs. Yeah. That just looks super neat. I like that. All right. So that is 16. Coming in at 15, we have General Delphina of Etheros. I will say I've been wanting another female Templar for a while, but I really wanted a builder. I really wanted something kind of cheap, generic that we could get a bunch of, army build out. This doesn't fit that need, but at least we're getting another, kind of female Templar body. It does have a new head sculpt with it, and we could put some other heads on it, maybe like from the heads pack that they just did with Cosmic this past year. Something like that in order to create some more female Templars. But yeah, this is just like this look right here is pretty cool with the helmet. You get the little eagle on top, reuse of the Otho axe, which is another cool new piece. So yeah, I think this is a fun one. So there we go. That is 15. So I need to keep track of this. So that's 15. All right. It's 5D Delphina enough for pre-order. Depends on what you're trying to do. If you just want Delphina herself, then 1 is enough. If you're going to try to army build it out, I think anywhere from 3 to 5, I think is good. I think 3 would be all right. Especially if you've got the original Delphina. I've got 2 original Delphinas kind of customized in my collection. So I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3 more of these and I'll be in good shape. But I will say Templars are always in high demand. Especially the ones with the soft goods. So you can't go wrong getting some extras of these because they do also make great trade bait. So coming in at number 14, we have Bulwark. Now, this might be a little low for some people, but I think I would have this higher if it wasn't the paint color scheme that they went with. I'm not a huge fan of the color scheme. I do think the figure is cool. I'm glad that we're getting a beefy, bulky thing. This kind of fits that troll kind of spot. Like we haven't got any new trolls in a while, so this kind of fits that need, in my opinion. I'm just not a huge fan of the blue. I would have rather this been like all red and black, because red and black is just cool. It's amazing. But that being said, this body is just chunky and neat. You got the one big claw, the smaller claw. You can open and close them and grab figures, and like it's just a chunky boy. I think this is one that you would carry to the airport with you and have take pictures with TSA and stuff. I'm sure they would want to see that. So yeah, and it's also kind of making me hungry. Little seafood. You got the big anchor here. Doesn't want a big anchor. So mythic slug. I know they say this is like got slog parts. It really feels more troll to me. Yeah, really feels more troll size or troll, I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't have like the canisters and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know that do I need a purple crab? I don't know. Maybe I need a purple crab. I think the first one I'm going to do is just red and black. I just want a red and black crab. So yeah, I can smell this figure as well. So, so there we go. That is 14. Let me grab a pad here, pad of paper, so I can keep track of my count. We're at 14. Scratch that off. Now we're going to 13. 13 is going to be Lieutenant Holiday. So this is a new figure that was announced recently that is going to be at Toylanta this year. Amazing toy convention held by Brett Barton down in Atlanta. Obviously, it does have kind of a because it's in that area, there is like a G.I. Joe kind of theme to it. But they have all our other kinds of vendors too with, different toy lines. It's not just G.I. Joe. But because that area is very interested in military type stuff, I think this exclusive fits really well down there. For me, when I saw this figure, immediately I thought of Metal Gear Solid, just with the, when you get the different camo colors, so you can fit in different areas, whether it's jungle or urban or whatever. So that's kind of what I saw here. And, you get this kind of build here with the face paint, which I think is awesome. I think the camo, they did a great job on it. And then the exclusive parts on this is just the head that doesn't have the face paint on it, which, we've already kind of got that in another form. And then some bare forearms that go down into the leather bracers. So decent parts, but I don't think it's something that you need to have. So don't bug the crap out of your friends that are going there and have them wait in line for a long time to get you one. If they can, that's cool, but be cool about it, man. Be cool. So, but this guy is loaded. He's got, a couple guns, got this light here. You got the other helmet that comes with the, what is it? Halvar? No. What is it? Hyler Krim, I think. Backpack. You got like the computer thing here. So yeah, this guy is decked out. He's really cool. So that is my number 13. And you know what? At this point, let me take this off. Let me embiggen myself here for a second, because we're down to 12, and I want to make sure like this feels kind of like an award show. Like we need to add a little bit to this. So I'm gonna actually, for the rest of this, I'm gonna put on I got a zipper tie here. So you don't actually have to tie it. So we're gonna go ahead and put on the purple zipper tie. Let's fancy this up a little bit. Let's stick it under my By Brahma here. Let's do this. There we go. Put him over top of it. All right. Now we're looking good. Okay. Let's put this back up here. Let's throw us down at the bottom. And now we're going on to number 12. Cross off 13 here. And number 12 is Commander Igraine. This is a figure that was in the horrors of I'm So Small, mostly because I'm a gnome. That's why I'm so small. And she was kind of bossing people around, telling them what to do. Some people didn't listen. She told them to, like, you know, stay with the group and don't leave. And then they left anyways because, you know, some people just can't take orders from women. They just don't. I don't know. They don't respond well to that. I don't have that problem. I like a good, strong, firm woman telling me what to do. So, but these other guys in the story, they just weren't down with that. So, but she's pretty cool looking. I like the fur around the top, the soft goods, this torso with the kind of the blue on the sides, and then the middle, I think is a really cool look. It kind of gives her a slimming look in the middle of that figure. And then all the leather on the, you know, the gloves, the waist piece, the boots. Yeah, this is just really nice. It's good to get some updated 2.0 parts because it's been a little bit since we've had some. So this will be cool to have. New hammer. And, you know, obviously we've got the amazing photography of Trevor Williams here. Looking cool. I'm thinking that's a Carver Customs torch because that's the rules. You got to have that. So, which is, you know, a little light from that reflecting on the sword, looking all neat and stuff. Some white powder in the background. We're not sure exactly what white powder Trevor is using for these photos, but there's a lot of it here. So a lot of white powder of some sort. So, Fate, we are on number 12. Commander Igraine is number 12 in the my picks for the top 20 reveals from the Four Horsemen of 2025 that are not yet in hand. So, Jeff says she comes with a torch, and I should have known that. You're right. I'm sorry, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, for coming to my aid there. So, yes, Jeremy, it is from the Four Horsemen. So, yeah, there you go. I forgot Trevor no longer puts things in people's hands if it doesn't come with it because of the whole swig thing that you guys crucified him for. So, there you go. So that is number 12. Coming in at number 11 and just missing the top 10 is Halvard of Frothvar. Now, there's some people that thought that this was the best figure of the horrors of I'm So Small wave. Those people would be very incorrect, but he is cool. He's a cool figure. I do like the head sculpt a lot. I think, you know, that kind of braided hair coming down the back, the you know, kind of stern look, the soft goods here that he has. It is just a really cool look. And then you got like those fur into the kind of wrapped boots there. I do like this look a lot, and he just misses out on the top 10. And that's only because there was a lot of great stuff this year. So, but yeah, he is an amazing figure. So, I'm not sold on this head. This head doesn't do a lot for me, but overall, this guy is pretty loaded. He's got a lot of cool stuff. And then he's got that new adapter for the shield to kind of hold it a little closer to the arm. So, yeah, pretty cool figure. And then obviously the photography from Trevor Williams with all that white powder of some sort. So, there you go. Let's see. Great choices so far. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I feel like that's going to probably be the sentiment until somebody's pick does not make this list. And then they're going to say that I'm a hack that doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about. And that's fine. I appreciate that too. All right. Trevor personally busted up an EVI. Sure. Okay, so that was number 11. Now, this is what we really need the tie for. Really class this thing up. This is the special top 10 reveals from the Four Horsemen of 2025 that are not in hand yet. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to close out these tabs. We're going to those 20 through 11, like forget those guys. We're done with them. Okay. All right. Clear all them off of here. And we're going to pull up number 10 coming in the top 10 reveals of 2025, not in hand yet from the Four Horsemen. We have this guy right here. You have the Phantom Trooper, Tusk Phantom Trooper. It is the only cosmic figure that came out this year, or that was revealed this year. And it's a banger. I have to say, I ordered half dozen of these just because it's a Tusk figure, and I have to order extras of the Tusk figures. But at Intern, we got to see a finished version of this, and man, that red pops. It is so, like, I don't want to be the guy that says Trevor's pictures don't do it justice, but I'm telling you, the red on here, like, you cannot tell from the pictures how bright and like just stand out that red is. This guy will pop on a shelf. So I am super excited for him. Well done, Eric Miller. I think it was Jeremy Gerard design, and then Eric Miller painted it up. Great job. This thing is fantastic. Plus you got, black joints here, which will be great for customizing. Like, this guy, really good addition to the Tusk, as well as just Cosmic Legion in general. It's not black all the way through, but it's black in the areas that you want it to be black for the joints, which I absolutely love that. So, big fan. And then, nice loadout too. So yeah, this guy's pretty cool. Jeff Ray, Cosmic made it in the top 10. So there you go. Let's see. I know Red Paladin isn't on your list, though it should be. Yes, I did not put that on my list because it has not been solicited yet, and they don't even have it on their site yet. So I don't know that it's a finished figure in terms of what it's going to finally look like. I think there might still be some changes. So it did not make the list, but it is a nice figure. So let's see. This as in this figure, or this as in the show that you're watching? The show that you're watching is the best Four Horsemen reveals of 2025 that are not in hand yet. This, as far as this figure, is the Phantom Trooper, otherwise known as, it's a Horde Trooper, but it's the Phantom Trooper, Tusk Phantom Trooper, that is in the retailer wave, coming out very soon. So that, folks, is number 10. Cross that off the list. Coming in, number 9, is Garmir. So this is from Horrors of Imsmal. This is the wolf, not a werewolf. What do they call this? A Fenrican, because it doesn't turn into a human. It just always stays a wolf. So it's not a werewolf. And this guy's pretty cool. I don't know that it's the best from that wave. It obviously didn't make the best figure of the year for me. But it's a strong contender. I love the damaged armor on this guy. The kind of shackles with the chains coming off of it, to where you don't really know what's been going on. It really feels like he was captured, maybe even tortured a bit, maybe used for some nefarious means. But yeah, he's a cool figure. So that this body is going to be cool to have and customize it. It comes down. It doesn't come all the way down to bare bones. I believe the waist piece has to stay on there, and then maybe the lower legs. It's either lower legs or lower arms, but it does get pretty bare. So, and then you do have the open mouth one as well, that like obsidian weapon, which is really cool. And then you also have this like metal mask that can go with him. So very cool figure. And then obviously the awesome picture from Trevor Williams, looking very cool. So yeah, this guy is vicious. So really love that weapon. That sword's gonna be nice. So Blue Shield. Well, Blue Shield wasn't announced, wasn't a reveal for this year. Neither was Azza. So those two will not make this list. But very cool figures. Yes. So that was number 9. Coming in, number 8. The other zombie that we got from the graveyard set is the worker zombie, aka the male zombie. Once again, was not really expecting modern take on zombies from graveyard. I thought it was going to be just like a bear zombie 4-pack, similar to what we got with the goat or with the skeletons last year. But I dig this. I think this is cool. You've got the flannel look for all you flannel folks out there. Flannel gang in the house. Got some power tools because, zombies, they typically use power tools. That's how that works. You also have the take the flannel off, and you got this look here, just the undershirt, right? And then I like that he has both shoes as well as bare feet, so that you can kind of switch it out or do 1 and 1. And then one of the coolest pieces that we got in hand for the first time this year is this kind of hanging off jaw, gross, disgusting thing. I love that look. So yeah, here's some different looks that you can get from him. You get the bear one, get the all decked out with the flannel. This is the alternate soft good look if you got the alternate soft good pack. Jeremy says rocker zombie greater than worker zombie. I disagree. I like them both. There's something about the rocker zombie where her belt is. It looks very bulky. Like I don't know. There's something that looks weird about it. I love the figure, but because of that, I couldn't put it above this one. I like this one better. So, but it is cool. And you see in Trevor's photo here, he does have one with a shoe on and one barefoot, little shambling pose here. Really cool. I like this photograph. So yeah, Resident Evil vibes. Once again, these two made me want to customize a Vanguard to run them over with. So we'll be, probably customizing a Legion's zombie apocalypse team. That would probably be a cool campaign too, like a zombie apocalypse role-playing game, and do your figures like the party's figures with Mythic Legion parts. That'd be kind of cool. So let's see. That was number 8. Going to number 7, we have Eben Prosperius. Saw somebody say earlier that he was going to make the top. He absolutely did. This is one I was not a huge fan of when I first saw it. They did the reveal. I think at this point I had to leave the room. I went to go grab some nerd clusters from our hotel room because I was getting a little famished after maintaining the line before G-Con and then all the other reveals. So by the time I got to this one, I think I had to go get some nerd clusters. And so I just kind of saw this one on my phone. And when I initially saw it with all the soft goods and stuff, I was like, that's a little too much for me. A little too much going on. right? And so I really didn't think too much of this one until Jeremy's show with Joe, where they were looking at this without the soft goods, and somehow I had missed that look. I think I had just kind of seen a quick pic of this, and I saw the face, and I was like, I don't like the face. But if you take out the head, you just look at the rest of the body, this black kind of scaled or leaf torso with the green upper arms and legs going into the brown leather. Like I really, really dig this look. And then that gives me all these soft goods that I could use on various other figures. So this thing moved up way up in the list. Like this, if you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, this guy probably wouldn't have been in my top 20. And now here he is at number 7. And it's really because of this build right here. I think this build is awesome. And then it gives me a whole bunch of extra Horsemen produced soft goods to use on other figures. So do have the little stand for the bird, which is cool. And then some Trevor Williams photography. So there you go. So that is number 7. Coming in at number 6. This one has not been solicited yet, but we do kind of know what the finished product is going to look like, unlike the Paladin, which could change for the role-playing game. And this is Archon the Cruel. Archon the Cruel, I think, is really cool. I think he got overshadowed a little bit by the G-Con wave. There was just a lot of stuff going on at G-Con, and this was kind of after all that. And I think some people didn't really pay attention too much. But this guy is really neat. I love his axe here. All the like the feet down here with the claws, the open mouth, the soft goods, everything. Like this guy is just really, really cool. So whether you know this character or have known this character, it's just cool. Like you can easily fit this in with your Mythic Legions. You could probably put it in with your Cosmic Legions. Or you could have your own shelf with this if, this kind of continues to be a thing and they, do like a whole line of these, with him and his friends and stuff. But yeah, this figure is just really dope. So I'm digging this. And he's a big boy too. Like he's not a small character. So there you go. That is my number 6. Is Archon the Cruel. Let's see. Going to the chat. Gluten Freestyle was talking about the last one. Eben said the green pants would make a good Ranger custom. Yeah, I mean, those green parts they said are the same as the ones that came with the green Armory Knight from last year that sold out really quickly. So I think those would go really good with some Xylona customs for sure. Jeff says this one Archon is number 5 for him. So pretty close. I'm at 6. He's at 5. Freaks is really excited for Archon. Gluten says most anticipated figure. Well, there you go. So yeah, definitely a cool one. And I'm excited to see, in the announcement that they had, they said, he's not coming alone. So who's coming with him? What's that going to look like? Is it just going to be, kind of with the Faden Thanos, it was kind of like a repaint almost, a little bit different, but for the most part, a repaint. So are we just going to get like Archon the Cruel and then like a different version of Archon the Cruel that's a different color scheme? Or are we getting a whole new character with a bunch of new tooling and stuff? It'll be interesting to see how that goes and what we get. Yeah, Manticore is definitely one of the options that we can get from it. I've seen some people talk about the Turtle. There's a Minotaur, Berserker. There's like a demon. So yeah, there's a lot of different characters that we could get with it. So Benny says he's a dragon. That's all that matters to him. He looks cool. So there you go. I don't know that I want a whole wave right at the beginning of the year, but 2 figures I'm good for. Even 3 I might, but I don't know. I don't know about a whole wave. But that is number 6. So now we're getting into the top 5. Let me close these guys out. And coming in at number 5, we have Zinjar. And this is our imp. Now we got imp scaled this year, but we had not until the G-Con wave had an actual imp. And here he is. Zinjar looks cool. I really dig the new wings. Like the little wings for this guy are awesome. He's got an awesome look to his face. And I'm not sure about the beads. I don't know what he did to get the beads. I don't know if this was a Mardi Gras kind of thing. Not sure. So, I think that part wasn't necessary as much, but these wings are super cool. I love the gradient on the dark to the lighter purple. That trident is neat. So yeah, this guy's awesome. Then you got an alternate Malifar painted head to go with it, little chalice. So then you get the treasure chest, 1 bar of gold that doesn't really fit with all the gold coins and stuff in the treasure chest, but you can have him holding that, whatever. But you got 2 looks for him. So you got the closed mouth, you've got kind of a gritted teeth, then you got the Malfar painted head, and then these extra accessories. So, yeah, I think this guy's going to be pretty cool. And then, surprise for us, he was actually the statue this year at Legion's Con. So that was awesome. Yeah, no breaks in our wallet. That is true. Jeff says this is number 8 for him. So I don't know, his list, our lists are kind of separating a bit. So Schmerber says definitely a fun figure. Zinjar is in Freak's top 5 as well. Malfar was his first Legion's figure and character. So imp is perfect. Yeah. I think getting more kind of imps, like with to go with Arethyr would be cool. Like some red, little tiny imps that we can throw in Arethyr. Maybe even just some other Malfars that are just smaller. Yeah, this is I love these little wings. These little wings are one of my new favorite pieces. So let me just take another look at that. Yeah, that's super cool. So that is number 5. Number 5. We're getting down to the nitty gritty, folks. Nitty gritty. All right. Coming in at number 4 from the Dawns of Discovery is Odabin, your walrus. Once again, I think, initially at G-Con, I wasn't blown away by this guy. I was like, okay, it's cool. It's a walrus. Like, I don't know. It's something about that G-Con event. Like, you're kind of building it up in your head. And so I think when things are revealed, sometimes it doesn't hit as hard as maybe what it could, because for me, maybe my expectations are a little high. But then afterwards, things settle down and you look at the figures in the wave and you go, man, this is a really cool freaking character. Like, this is really neat. It's not just, hey, we needed to find other use for the Ganesha body. Like this guy is really neat. I love the pauldrons, his little, his barrel-esque bracers. The different looks with the tusk on here. Like, he's just kind of cool and really hits some of my World of Warcraft vibes. They've got the Tuskars that are really kind of where you go and do some fishing, and they've got a special fishing pole that you can get if you do the daily quest with them and stuff. And this kind of scratches that itch for me. So the more I've looked at this guy since G-Con, the more I've really got excited for this figure. So yeah, he comes in at my number 4. I'm pretty happy and excited for this guy. I'm gonna have to get a couple extras of him. So Dub says his favorite, those toes. Yeah, the toes are a little wild. little wild there. Jeff says number 12 for him. Okay. Twizzler says Walrus is favorite of the wave, top 3 on his list. I'm at number 4, so Twizzler, we're pretty close. Unique character, absolutely. Immediately thought of all the 3D printers out there to upgrade this guy, like Tusk armor or weapons. Yeah, for sure. But I love the pieces that he comes with here. Like, just it almost feels like he stole his armor from a dock, like where boats come in and stuff. Like, he took all of this that made these bracers, made these pauldrons out of pieces of a dock. It's pretty wild. So yeah, I like this guy. He's really cool looking. So that is number 4. And we are on to number 3, the only figure that made it from the Beathir campaign. It is not Benegar. It is not Beathir's Fury. It is the Burning Knight. Because this is the coolest. Beathir's Fury, Benegar, they're a little too fancy for me. They're little fancy boys. I'm sure people are going to want them. They're going to be in high demand. I'll probably be selling all of mine because I don't really need those fancy boys in my collection. But this guy is awesome. I actually like this look the best, which is the initial look before the extras were unlocked in the campaign, where it kind of has the metal armor going into the translucent, like, flaming part. Once the rest of it was unlocked, then you've got like the fully translucent, which is a cool look too. But this guy, like right here, this is my look. I love this. You got the sword on fire. You've got the metal that is going into that translucent. The way that they did that, where they took these translucent pieces, but then did like a gradient from yellow into orange, and then from the orange into the armor. Like, this thing is chef's kiss. Love this guy. So, let's see. What do we got here? Schmerber says, yes, the best. Jeremy throws a bunch of fire up there. I mean, he is on fire. Burning Knight is so cool. Got 2 Burning Knights coming. Yep. I bought extra one of these just for the set for this, just to get an extra Burning Knight because he's so cool. Top pick, bought extra fire add-ons just for him. Same. That's exactly what I'm saying. Number 7 for Jeff. Okay. Translucent Fate is sick. Great figure. Yeah. I love the work. I believe Cameron's the one that did the paint job, if I remember right on this. And man, this, like, out of all the paint jobs this year that we've seen on new figures, like, this is the one that just blew me away. I was like, this thing is so freaking cool. So yeah, great job. Out of everything in that Beathir campaign, including Beathir, this was the thing that got me the most excited. So there you go. That is number 3. Coming in at number 2, just missing out on the number 1 spot this year, is Thanos of Infinite Legions. This guy is awesome. I love him. Was not expecting this. I saw, 2024 G-Con. We saw the kind of tease or reveal for Faden and the whole connection with Glyos and, all this kind of stuff. Wasn't expecting a second figure. At least I wasn't. I don't know about you guys. I was not expecting a second figure. And we're going through like the reveal special and they're showing the Faden and stuff. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'll probably get one. Don't really care too much. It just wasn't hitting me. Then they put up this guy, and this guy blew me away. Like, I love whatever is going on with his head here that looks like a brain. I love that. The purple armor, like the darks. I don't know if it's like a dark purple or maybe even like a black that goes into this purple. the aerodynamic of it and with that kind of sparkly purple, like this thing is just super cool looking. I dig this. Kind of the mix of ox crew parts and like regular tusk parts together. Yeah, this thing, this has got a really cool build and color scheme. I love everything about this. So this guy is pretty awesome. And just missed out on the number 1 slot, but this guy is really cool. A little cannon there. Do a little Mega Man action with him or something. So let's see. What do the comments say? Let's see. We got Jeremy's giving some purple hearts. Freak says glad Infinite made it in the top 3. Absolutely. Infinite purple. Number 4 for Jeff. I thought he had a number 4 earlier. He might have had 2 number 4s now. I don't know. We need to check. We need the judges to check Jeff's list to see if he's got multiple number 4s. Jay's here, says, hey, everyone, what did I miss? Well, I was going through my top 20 reveals from the Four Horsemen of 2025 that are not yet in hand, and we're at number 2. So you missed a lot, but that's all right. You can catch it on the replay. And I told everybody we'll be seeing you tomorrow night when we do some live painting. So thank you, Jay. And Freaks will be joining us as well. So, all right. So that is number 2. Folks, this is it. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. We've gone through 19 amazing figures to come down to this. And it's like, what is it going to be? What is number 1 out of all the things that they did this year? What is number 1 going to be? And I got to tell you, it was really hard, and it came down to a tie. There's 2. I can't. It's 1A and 1B, and it is Burris and Byler together. This is a double number 1. 1A, 1B, 1A. 1B, because these things blew me away. When I saw this, forget the whole tribute nature of it and all that kind of stuff. Amazing story. Yes, they made me cry. But just the fact that we were getting imp scale, we were getting gnomes, I was over the moon about this, excited. Then you take the add-on of, Jesse and I get to kind of have tributes together in the same wave. A la, like Mike and Brad from the Lair. It was just super special, but these figures are great, and I can't wait to mix and match these guys, take the parts and kind of swap them around and just play with these little figures. They are fantastic. So I love, one of the things I love most about the Four Horsemen lines is just the size variety, right? You've got really tiny figures to really huge, massive figures. It's not just like a Marvel Legends shelf where for the most part you look across and like everybody's the same height with the exception of a couple like Build-A-Figures and stuff, right? Like you look at a Mythic Legion shelf and like it's all over the place. You got 1.0s and 2.0s and dwarves and now imps and half giants and trolls and slog scale and all this kind of other stuff, brute scale. You got things all over the board, and this just added a little bit more variety to it. Couldn't have asked for a cooler figure here. You got the cloth upper arms and legs, the leather, hands, gloves, and then leather into the metal boots. This is just super cool. I don't know that I needed this. I don't need the Blue Goblin thing on there. If anybody's looking for Blue Goblin heads, I'm gonna have about 24 of them or something. So hit me up. I'm gonna have about 24 Blue Goblin heads. But yeah, this build is super cool. And then obviously Trevor did amazing photo on this, which he actually brought me a metal print of this at Legions Con, which I super appreciated. Yeah, I really love this. And then you go over to Byler and same kind of thing, man. We got this little furry creature, little fox type head and the little paws on the bottom, like just looking all cute and shit. Little backpack. And then you get over here and now you get the Josiah head. Yeah, once again, you get campfire and all that. Like, just super cool. I love both of these guys. Bought a crap ton of both of them, and I just can't wait to mess around with this imp scale. Definitely the most anticipated thing that I have coming up, regardless of when it was revealed. But yeah, 1A and 1B for me, Byler and Burris. So that was my list. That is all 20. There's some other figures that did not make the list. Doesn't mean they're not great. They're all 4 Horsemen figures, so they're all great. But it was just tough competition. There's a lot of great stuff out there. So let's see what we got in the chat. Let's see. We got Schmerber saying shocking. Hey man, I'm nothing if not predictable. So let's see. Burger and yep, there it is. Cheat. Knew it. I mean, listen, I was excited. Even if these weren't tributes, at least the Burris would be in my top, would be my number one, regardless of whether it was a tribute or not. Byler probably would have been like 5 or 6 if it wasn't for the Jesse part. Rigged. That's usually the Rob Zamora line. But Byler isn't 1A. 1A, 1B, they're the same. It's both great looking figures. Candy Skeletons did not make this. They were in the thumbnail because all the different waves and stuff that were revealed were in the thumbnail. But Graveyard did make it. We had the zombies made it in here. Candy Skeletons are just, they're cool. They're a nice novelty thing. They're not cooler than standard releases. So we got Brad here. Says love them. Love you, Brad. Female imp. Yeah, I would love to see a female imp. Twizzler says excited for imp scale. Freak says pimp scale. I like that. Jeff says some weird shit. I can't even read what he's saying there. I don't know. I think somebody took over his computer or something. Larry says great list. Got Guaisagui says great list. Both are awesome. New prop. Yeah, I do like the props with them too. That's cool. Let's see. After we get all different size figures from this year's reveal, displays and toy photography are going to be amazing. Not that they already aren't. Yeah. But I do love all that different size variety. And, like you got that big giant crab monster and you got the big, walrus now, and you got the manta ray, Mobu or whatever, and the imp scale. There's a lot of cool stuff. So that's it. That was my top 20. Feel free to throw in the comments what your top ones were. If you want to list all 20, list all 20. If you want to give me your top 5, that's fine too. If you want to just tell me that I'm a hack and I had really terrible picks and I forgot something because I'm an idiot, feel free to say that in the comments too. I will be back tomorrow. We'll be painting live. A little bit earlier than Jeremy's normal time slot. I think he normally goes 7:30 Eastern. We're going to be starting at 7 Eastern. We'll be going for about 2 hours. And like I said, I'll have Jay on there. I'll have Freaks. May have 1 or 2 other people. We'll see. Just be doing some hanging out and painting on Christmas Eve. So if you're not doing anything, jump back in and join us. And that is all I've got. So until next time, folks, keep creating.